After a while of being indoors, we can occasionally crave something new and different to pass the time. With that in mind, we at the Dazzling Underdogs have created a list of what we feel would be great games for you to check out, of different genres and prices. I'm JD, this is the Underdogs Live, and these are 10 games to play during the lockdown. Number 10. Call of Duty or Call of Duty Warzone. Call of Duty, being most people's casual game to play already, means that this is a standard must. With its first-person twitch shooting gameplay and great build a class system, it's easy fun. Also, quickly finding matches due to such a large player base, it's always what we at the Underdogs fall back on to hang out. To put a cherry on the cake of this, the Warzone mode, where 150 players are dropped into a large map, can be downloaded and played for free, so there is nothing stopping anyone from having a go. My suggestion, call your friends and get them in there. Number 9. XCOM 2. This is a game missing a lot of notice. For anyone that hasn't played this, it's a top-down strategy game with RPG elements. The story is fantastic and gritty. Aliens have taken over the world, which happened in the first game, and now you are the Resistance trying to take it back. With full customization of everything from your team to armor, weapons, and building your base, this is a game with so much to offer. It's also worth mentioning that this game was free on PS Plus a few months ago, so some people might have it in their library and not have played it yet. Number 8. Mad Max. Back in 2015, Mad Max was released during a myriad of other great games. So many people didn't manage to get a chance to play it. With its immersive world, good story, and great vehicle and physical combat, this is a game you can get lost in for hours. Looking out at a vast barren desert gives a real sense of loneliness, but it never gets dull. For just finding a little hole can turn into a great underground bandit camp, and the sandstorms can be brutal. Being as this is an older game, it can be picked up real cheap too. Number 7. Infamous Second Son. Infamous Second Son was released in the early part of 2014 when a lot of people hadn't picked up their PS4s yet. This game takes place in a military-occupied Seattle, and you play as a young man who has just acquired superpowers. The game can be completed in approximately 10 to 12 hours, and has good and bad choice system which affect how your powers look and which ones you can get. This is another very well priced game that has brilliant graphics, great gameplay, and a pretty good story to top it all off. Number 6. Outlast. On to horror now, and it doesn't get much more horrifying than Outlast 1. This grim tale has you playing as a reporter who has received word by email that some strange happenings have been going on in an out-of-town asylum. This is a great game where you have no way of fighting back. All you can do is run and hide. Being a horror game, it's unsurprisingly dark, and instead of a flashlight, you have a video camera with night vision, which you can use to see. However, should you use it a lot and not pick up batteries, you will find yourself stumbling around in the dark. Lovely. Number 5. Dying Light. Sticking with the horror theme, we are moving to the more action-packed first-person parkour delight. With Dying Light 2 on the release horizon, now is a perfect time if you haven't already to experience the fictional world of Haran. You play as a government agent airdropped into a quarantine city to recover a file that the government wants back. The daytime has mainly slow standard zombies, but nighttime, the game truly steps into horror as the worst beasts are set loose when the sunlight has receded. Progress through the story, its highs and its lows will have you on a roller coaster of emotions. With RPG leveling and weapon crafting, it truly is a top tier of games from this generation of consoles. It can also be played co-op with up to 4 people, so if any of your friends aren't doing anything, give it a mention. Number 4. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Have you ever wanted to be a pirate? Have you ever wanted to be a ninja? How about both? Assassin's Creed Black Flag is described by many as the pinnacle of the Assassin's Creed series. The story is good, but what really sets this game aside is the pirate ship, the Jackdaw. Through the game you plunder, sneak, assassinate, and discover the most beautiful and immersive world you could ever want. No other game thus far has made swinging onto a Spanish ship and swashbuckling your sword against its crew so satisfying. Number 3. Titanfall 2. I decided to include Titanfall 2 on this list to give gamers who don't want a Twitch multiplayer shooter to play online, but want to progress through a story. Titanfall 2 is that game. It has probably the best story and gameplay of any shooter this generation. The movement is smooth, and the shooting is precise. It makes you feel like some sort of ballerina badass. You play as Jack Cooper, a basic rifleman that after a mission gone bad inherits a Titan mech called BT. The bond and adventure that unfolds between these two is endearing, and after beating certain bosses you get to use their Titan's abilities as your own. Lots of fun and worth a go. Number 2. Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 may be one of the best looking games on this generation of console. Based in fictional Hope County in the USA's Montana, it's about a religious cult that has taken over the area, saying that God has spoken to their leader, Joseph Seed, about an incoming doom of the human race. Joseph is aided by 2 brothers and 1 sister who all have their own part of the map that you need to take down. Playing this game is a lot of fun. As you progress you build up a skill tree of better abilities, and the fact you can play this game co-op, taking down religious cults, has never been this fun. And number 1 is of course GTA 5, with its absolutely massive amount of game modes, great story, and with more vehicles than you can shake a stick at. It was always going to be this game in the number 1 spot. It is the highest grossing entertainment product of all time for good reason. This is a game that will always have something for you to do with or without friends, so it is fitting for this delight to sit on our throne. And that's our list of 10 games to play during lockdown. Hit the like if you enjoyed the video, maybe think about subscribing, and be sure to tell us what you would recommend in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.